Hi everyone, Chris Natzke here with Black Belt Leadership Speaking and Coaching with your Mind of a Champion tip of the week live on Facebook. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. You know, I think I first heard those words from my college football coach Dennis Green when we squeaked off a really close win, one of few in our Big Ten season. But when I hear that, it always reminds me of one of my favorite high school football stories. So it's the fall of 1980, and my high school football team, the Oconomowoc, Wisconsin Raccoons, are getting ready to play the Hartford Orioles. And if memory serves, both teams are undefeated, and we have them at home. And whoever is the winner of this game is in the driver's seat for the conference championship. And it's literally minutes before kickoff. And myself and all my teammates are high up above the stadium in what's called the team room. So this is the place where the players and the coaches meet at halftime and before the game. And so we're all cramped in this small room, and the coaches got the lights turned off so we can all get mentally prepared for the game. And you can cut the tension with a knife. You know, guys are kind of pacing around, but, you know, there's no sound in the room. And suddenly our coach comes in and he gives the most amazing speech ever. And the guys just erupt in enthusiasm. They start hitting each other over the shoulder pads with their fists, and they start headbutting, and spittles come out of their mouth. They're like 40 rabid dogs. And now it's my job as the team captain to take them out onto the field. And I have to admit, I was petrified. And it had nothing to do about football. You see, as I said, that team room was high above the stadium, and so in order to get onto the field, we had to go down about 20 or 30 concrete steps in order to get on the field. Now, I don't know if you've ever had this experience, but when you're on cleats and you're walking on cement, it's like being on ice skates. So I remember getting to the top of those stairs and just thinking to myself, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. And bing, 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 starting to make my way down the stairs, and guess what happened? I didn't fall. It was awesome. But there was one more obstacle in front of me. You see, before we got in the field, the cheerleaders had constructed something they called a run-through. So it was this wood frame with crepe paper in between. It's probably about 8 feet tall and 6 feet wide, and it's set on at something like Hartford is for the birds. And so I'm leading the team out there, and this woman comes up to me and says, all right, this is what I need you to do. As soon as I say go, you're going to run and smash through that paper. And as soon as you do, the band's going to start playing and the crowd's going to start cheering. So I said, I got it. So she said, go, and I, boom, and I bust through this thing. And just like she said, the band started playing, the crowd started cheering. Except there was one obstacle I didn't notice. You see, there was this little drainage dip right at the edge of the field. And as soon as I busted through that paper, my right foot caught, and boom, instantly I was parallel to the turf. You know those moments in life when they say that your entire life flashes in front of your eyes? And I suddenly had this realization, if I go down now, there's only two things that are going to happen, and it's probably not real good. Either number one is the guys are going to start tripping over me. It's going to be like a 40-car pileup on the highway. Or number two, they're not going to notice me at all, and they're going to trample me to death. Not a great way to start the game. But then all of a sudden, something says something to me. It's like I hear this voice, and it says, tuck and roll. And I'm like, what is that about? And I realized that from the very first moment I've ever was in a martial art class with my instructor, Grandmaster J.K. Lee, he had taught me how to fall. He had taught me how to fall backwards, how to fall to the side, how to fall forward, and he taught me how to tuck and roll. So I hear tuck and roll, and I roll my shoulder, I go onto my shoulder, onto my buttocks, onto my back, pop up onto my feet, and I run to the end zone, and the disaster is averted. But when I get to the end zone and I turn around and see my teammates, you know what each and every one of them was doing? They were doing a somersault as they came onto the field. Now that's leadership. But the fact of the matter is the reason that happened is I was prepared. I was prepared. And I think about all those times that Master Lee would teach us to roll and fall, and I'm like, what the heck am I doing this for? But it was for that moment. I was prepared. And so my question for you, my friends, this week is to consider this. What are some of the activities that you're currently engaging in that maybe you don't think that they're that important, but really they're there to prepare you for something when the opportunity arises? Or where do you have an opportunity to slow down and maybe incorporate some training or some awarenesses into your own life, into your own leadership, so that when the opportunities occur, you'll be able to take advantage of them? Because we know that luck is when preparation meets opportunity. So thanks so much for indulging me in my story. Hope you got a little chuckle out of it as well. And hopefully this week you can take some time to really get in touch where you've got an opportunity to prepare yourself for the opportunities when they arise. So there you have it, my friends. This has been Chris NATZKE with Black Belt Leadership Speaking and Coaching, and I'll see you next time on the Mind of a Champion Tip of the Week.